Hello everyone. The presentation now showcases our work. At the beginning, you can see the area illuminated by the flashlight, and the surrounding area is completely dark. There are many missing textures in the grass texture map, and some errors occur resulting in incomplete grass. The scene lacks player guidance when entering, and the scene is too dark, making it easy to get lost. There are no signs or road signs, and if a player falls into a pond, they cannot climb out. I had to exit and reopen the game. I hope there will be more player guidance. There are errors when importing the enemy model into Unreal Engine 5, which often causes errors. Rigging is lost. I don't know why importing UE5 only involves model import and rigging is lost. We tried many times but couldn't successfully import, so the first version of the enemy uses an online model, which has terrifying sound effects, but there are very few interactive items and projects. The map is very empty and doesn't give the player a sense of horror and oppression. The player's movement speed is too fast when holding shift. When releasing, the player character cannot slow down and return to the walking state. We need to adjust the movement values, model materials, and the addition and adjustment of interactive items. We also have too little communication and there are some issues that need to be resolved. There are some very serious bugs. The exit interface cannot control the mouse and there is no player guidance, making the player like a blind fly not knowing where to go. There are still many areas to improve in the map design. I haven't joined the GitHub group yet, so I can't get the editing files. I didn't click the link to add before, and I found that the connection expired. I need to ask them to re-add me. I also made many models, but there were problems with their import. I will adjust them again. We should import new models, adjust the movement speed, add player guidance, and add more interactive items. Thank you for watching. Personal Evaluation Report, Department Overview and the Rensambe Daily, Department Overview and the Rensambe Daily, Production and binding of animations, as well as the drawing and adjustment of various textures. Participated in implementing the skeletal binding and animation driving functions of characters, ensuring the smooth and natural movements of characters in the game. Completed the modeling and material processing of multiple scenes, making the scenes have rich visual effects, detailed function presentation in the game. In the second level of the game, Mysterious Ruins, the model of the protagonist features detailed texture mapping and realistic clothing materials. The animations include various actions such as walking, jumping, and attacking with smooth transitions. The architectural models in the scene are complex and finely detailed, with textures on the walls and damage effects enhancing the sense of reality. The lighting effect in the scene has also been carefully adjusted to create a mysterious atmosphere. Areas for improvement. Animation deficiencies. Some special actions have not yet been animated, such as the climbing movements of the main character in specific environments, which results in incomplete character performance in the corresponding scenes. UV. There are issues with the UV mapping of some models, causing the texture mapping on the models to be stretched and distorted, which affects the appearance quality of the models. Style inconsistency. The styles of some props deviate slightly from the overall game style, appearing rather abrupt and disrupting the overall visual harmony of the game. To-do list. New ideas. Complete the missing animations. Arrange for the animators to complete the animation production of the remaining special actions as soon as possible, and conduct strict tests to ensure the smooth transition between the animations and the existing actions. New idea. Consider adding dynamic environmental effects to the game, such as fluttering leaves in the wind and flickering magical light, to further enhance the visual effects of the game. Gameplay analysis. Discovered artistic bugs or visual confusion areas. Interessiert asked, in the fourth level of the game, when the character model collides with the scene in a narrow passage, Some body parts exhibit occlusion phenomena, affecting the visual experience. When the character quickly switches between scenes, there will be a brief texture flickering issue during the scene transition, causing visual interference, missing resources or areas needing improvement in art design. The monster models in some levels are not detailed enough. When observed closely, they appear rather rough and lack texture. The transition of shadow areas is too harsh and fails to effectively convey the sense of depth. Navigation assistance suggestions: add some guiding visual elements on the main path, such as illuminated footprints, fluttering ribbons, etc., to help players better understand the direction of their progress. In complex scenarios, set up some marked signs to clearly indicate the directions of important locations or mission targets. High, middle, low priority matter. High priority: fix the art bugs of character occlusion and texture flickering, ensuring the smoothness of the game's visual effects. Middle priority: improve the details of monster models and scene lighting effects, enhancing the overall art quality of the game. Low priority: gradually add navigation assistance elements to optimize the player's game guidance experience. External peer review. Tester A's summary feedback highly praised the overall visual style of the game, noting that the use of colors and lighting is very distinctive. Pointed out that some character movements are a bit stiff and not very natural and smooth. Thought that some elements in the scenes are too monotonous, resulting in a lack of visual focus and making the experience feel boring. Playtester A. Art-related questions. Which art style in the game do you think is the most appealing to you? In your opinion, are the proportions and layouts of the character models and scene models coordinated? The advantages, disadvantages pointed out by Tester A. Advantages: unique visual style, excellent color combination, highly attractive to the eyes. Disadvantages: character movements are not natural enough, and the complex scene elements affect the visual experience. Summary of Player B's feedback. Praised the material performance in the game, especially the metal and fabric materials, with extremely realistic textures. Suggested that the lighting effects in some levels were not satisfactory, with some areas being too bright or too dark, which affected the observation of the scenes. Believed that the integration of the UI design with the overall art style of the game needs to be improved. Playtester B. Questions related to art. Do you think the material presentation in the game plays a significant role in creating the game atmosphere? Regarding UI design, how can it be better integrated with the game's art style? The advantages, disadvantages pointed out by Tester B. Advantages: excellent material performance, significantly enhancing the game. Disadvantages: lighting effect issues, insufficient integration between UI design and art style. External gameplay quality test feedback. Observation record. Bug: there are many issues with the terrain. Once you fall into it, you can't get out. Insufficient visual guidance. In some large-scale scenes, players are not clear about which direction to go and lack clear directional signs.